listen and absorb. There's so many different styles of singers, and the singers that I gravitated towards had a sort of gut, raw emotion that you just felt with passion. It wasn't about even singing a note or, that is amazing. And Whitney was a huge inspiration for me because of the way that she could just sing with such power and fullness, but you still felt it. And it didn't feel too contrived or calculated. You still felt that power, but she had that excitement. Other singers that I loved, Nina, I never really was listening to her for the high notes and the impressive runs and things like that. I listened to her because she took you to this place of just feeling things with your gut. You just went there. She'd make you cry with the quiver of her voice. It wasn't even about a consistent vibrato, anything like that.
I want you to walk down Freedom's Road, little girl, brown baby.
So these are the things I think are really important to listen to and appreciate, to really hone in on what makes each singer different. What is it about this person that I like? What is the style?
Go ahead and pause this video and jot down some notes in your journal. Which performances have inspired you the most? What stylistic decisions did the artist make to create their unique vision? What can you do differently with your performance to set yourself apart?
Yes, listening to artists and music that inspires you is one thing. Movies, cinema I've discovered so many amazing things through film as well. It's hugely inspiring. Scores, soundtracks, it's how I've found some of my album work. Sound of Music was my first level of inspiration when I was 6, living in Japan and just feeling a little isolated, but that was so real to me and so vivid and so memorable. And then the movie Moonlight and the score. Nick Patel, the composer, his music was so moving to me. And I then asked him to be a part of my Liberation album. And I opened the whole album on a piece of musical score that he created and wrote, reflecting on sort of me discovering myself again and looking back on sort of the little girl that was inspired to begin with to create and to be a part of this incredible and magical world. So it was such a piece of inspiration for me. From the movie Frida with Salma Hayek, I discovered actually my love of Chavela Vargas, which was a huge inspiration for my Spanish album. And finding out about her roots just almost speaks to me like an Etta James, where she was just so raw and so real. So cinema, look to film, be inspired, look to everything around you. There's a way to combine, visual inspiration and your musical inspiration, where I did my Back to Basics album. I literally wanted to surround myself and embody myself in everything that was of that era. Cinema and old Hollywood movies and film actresses. I would never go to the studio without a red lip on. I would never go without feeling like I was doing something to put me into that world creatively and to live vicariously through these artists and these actresses and this time period that was so inspiring to me to recreate